So I am deeply, deeply regretting not going to college. It's been about a month since I've came to the realization that I made a huge mistake by not going. So, just to give you a background of how I got here, in the first place, about a month ago, I went on a date with a girl, and I live in a college town. She is 22. She's about to graduate, telling me about like how she's got this job offer from Walmart and some places in Dallas. She's got options, right? At 22. And for whatever reason, it just started hitting me. I was like, this could have been me. I am now 26 years old, and I'm looking at this 22-year-old girl, and I'm like, this is everything that I ever wanted. Like, I always wanted to leave this place. I've always felt stuck here. And I've always wanted to go out to a big city, have a nice job, or just nice income. But I can't because the only jobs that I can apply for with my credentials and these pointless jobs that I've had since high school, they don't qualify me for a decent job that makes a decent living. Like, all I can really qualify for are like McDonald's jobs, like sales jobs is what I've been doing because I realized that it was the only way to make money without a college degree. And I've been doing these random jobs forever now. So like Papa John's, I couldn't tell you, like three other pizza places, delivery jobs. I worked at Walmart during, through high school. Um, just besides the point, but I had all these random jobs, and then ended up doing sales too. It was like knocking on doors for solar panels. I was selling with water filtration systems. So trying to sell roofs now, and you know, I don't know why it took me so long to realize that none of these jobs were ever going to provide me any sense of security. It's been like 9 years now that I've been like doing these little hustles, these like little job hustles, and it sucks. It like I don't know how it took me this long going on a date with this girl to finally see that I should have just went to college. Like, I started looking up how much like they make and stuff, and like she was telling me about a six-figure job, and so that's why I was like, damn, that's pretty nice. She went for computer science, which a lot of people say is useless now, which I really don't agree with. I mean, my cousin went to college, a bunch of his friends went to college, she went to college. People that go, like, they end up doing better, no matter what, it seems like. Yeah, maybe if you went for, like, a pointless degree, like basket weaving, underwater basket weaving or whatever, it's like, it's not gonna work out, obviously, right? But, like, just any decent degree, you're gonna end up better than someone without one. And so, yeah, it just feels like a lot of wasted time. And there's two things to this. One is the financial side of it. Because to backtrack, I was looking through the jobs that you could get, and I worked at a gym for 2 years in LA. Because I left this place because I hated it so much and left to LA. Um, and I worked as a personal trainer, gym membership, sales guy there for a while, and I should have looked into it then. As a physical therapy assistant, you can make 40 something dollars an hour on average, which is like 60K a year, which is way more than I can make now. I mean, the most I can get is like a 19 an hour dollar job. That is the most that my skills qualify me for outside of sales, which is all commission. So, yeah, like I could have doubled my income in just 2 years. That's an associate's degree, a physical therapy assistant, 2 years. The thing about it is it's a little competitive to get in the school and the program. most programs are pretty small sizes. Um, so now I am like that would have been great to have already. But now that I'm 26, I feel like I'm cramming, and so I don't even know if that's the best bet. I think I might just go for a 4 year because I would hate to not get accepted and then end up nowhere still again when I'm like 30 or something. But this way, if I do it, I went to community college for 1 year and dropped out, and so I could probably cram everything in like 2.5 years or so and finish by before I turn 29 is my plan. But yeah, I was looking at into finance, like finance. You can make 60K, accounting 60K, and I would always think like, 60K, that's not enough, right? I want a Lamborghini, I want a mansion or whatever. That's why I didn't go to college, right? Because I just thought I was going to be famous or something. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to start a business. I thought I was special, and so I just didn't go to college because I thought I was different, right? And now looking back, what did I do the last 9 years? Well, I did absolutely nothing. Um, I started and failed multiple YouTube channels because I just never finished anything. I've been smoking weed the last 9 years. I tried to start a business, wasn't doing good. I was trying to do social media marketing, which would have been perfect out of high school, but I procrastinated for like 6 years and went to LA and had fun there. And yeah, when I came back at like 23, I just figured I was too old, is what I told myself to go back. And I always thought about it. Like I applied in 2021, but I had to take some remedial math classes, so I just said, it's not for me. And then I really thought about it again at like 23, 24, and I just said, nah, you know what? I got a car payment now. I just gotta keep working. And the saddest part is, I did all of these things for no reason. My dad would have supported me 100% all the way. He told me, "You don't need to go to college. You don't need to go to work. You just go to college. I'll pay for everything," is what my dad told me. And I completely blew that opportunity. Like whenever I talk to my friends and they say, I asked them why they didn't go to college. It's like, oh, I was struggling to pay rent. Like I had to put food on the table, this and that, right? It was for a reason. For me, I let my pride get in the way and I didn't accept my dad's help. And I said, no, I'll figure it out my own way. And um, and it sucks because it's kind of like a slap in his face because he wanted me to go, and I ended up doing nothing with my life, and so it was a waste. Is exactly what it feels like. It is a absolute waste, and it sucks. It really sucks. In that sense, and also, I feel really bad for myself because I never got the college experience. That's kind of a big thing. That's another thing that's been weighing on me a lot is that, I see my cousin, he has all his friends, and, you always hear about like college parties and stuff, and I never got to do any of that stuff. And I always wanted to. I always craved it deep down, and I just deprived myself of it because I told myself, oh, well, I don't know what I would do in college, and like I don't know what I would study, and so I don't want to waste my dad's money, and so I'm just not going to go. Even though I really would have loved to just go for that, honestly. I would have loved to just go for parties and meet girls and things like that, that I feel like I missed out on. Like I relied on Tinder for like a lot of my youth, and granted the gym was fun a little bit, but like I could have done all of those things while being in college, and so now I am applying now at 26 years old. I'll be starting at basically 27. Because I just can't anymore. I am physically just breaking down because I realize that for the past 9 years, every single day, I made a mistake of not going to college. Um, because now I'm completely stuck. I don't have friends much. I don't have many friends. I haven't had really any meaningful relationships with women. Um, and I don't have a career. I don't have anywhere to pivot here at age 26, and I just completely ruined my life, basically, by not going to college, by not doing what everyone told me I should do. My dad, my mom, my cousin, my aunt, my every single buddy told me to go, and I didn't because I just thought I don't know. And it sucks, man. I just can't believe I'm here at 26, and you can always go back, yes, and get your degree, yes, and move on with your life, but there is that social aspect of it that will just never be the same, that I won't ever get back. I won't be in the same age group as everybody. All of those kids are, I'm not going to be able to relate to them. They call me Unk now. So, yeah, it sucks, bro. Like, it really sucks. I feel sorry for myself that I didn't go for that reason. But I did it to myself, so there's no one to blame but me. But yeah, and I don't know how I was coping with it every single year, and then all of a sudden it just completely broke. I just couldn't cope with it anymore. I couldn't be like, oh yeah, I always told myself, yeah, I'm gonna do something in the future. I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I'll be successful. I'll be successful. And then it's like, how long can you say that, bro? Like, now you're 26, and you're like, and I'm looking at this 22-year-old girl, and she's lapping me, bro. She's like literally running circles around me, and I realized that I failed. And it sucks, bro. Really sucks. So yeah, I regret not going to college.